Hi guys, I've never shown you how to cook jollof rice before, but today I'm going to show you how to make jollof rice for not one, not two, but 60 people. We are going to be sharing this rice to my children in their Hausa community. So we are going to be doing jollof rice with chicken, and we are going to be sharing it with the Hausa community. Now, if you love what we are doing and you want to support this cause, just send us an email and support us, because this is not just one. We are going to be sharing to other children and other families in other communities. For the matter of emphasis, this is a full detailed jollof recipe that you can cook from the comfort of your home for 50 to 60 people. So let's get started. If you're wondering where I am actually in Dish Lafrique kitchen, because I cannot do that in the studio. In case you don't know, I have a food business. It's called Dish Lafrique. In case you don't know, so I am currently in my kitchen where we cook things in large quantities. As you can see the videos, I did not come here to play. So whatever I'm giving you facts and what has been working for me, okay? Now, I understand that they always tell us that, you know, when you want to cook jollof rice, your tatashe will be more than the tomatoes and all that. Let me bust your bubble. It's the reverse that is the case. We use more tomato in this case, and then followed by tatashe and a lot of onions. Then with shombo and pepper. Now, with matter of emphasis, let me give you a ratio. Tomato is going to take 40%. Tatashe is going to take 15%. Shombo is going to take 15%. That is how many? 30. Onions is going to take another 15%. If you want to add more onions, it's fine. And then pepper will take the rest. The reason why I don't put too much pepper is because, in my opinion, shombo has pepper, right? And then for every derica of jollof rice I make, I use roughly 2 sachet tomatoes. Today we are cooking 2 pints of rice, which is roughly, in Lagos we use derica, so 2 pints of rice is roughly 11 thereabout dericas, okay? Because a pint is 1.5, so 2 pints will give you 11 dericas thereabouts. This is the quantity of the tomato paste that we are using. We used a total of 2 times 11, that is 22. We used 22 pieces of sachet tomato. If you don't want to break your head, just go and buy that big derica, not the biggest one, no, the normal derica, and then maybe 1/2 derica. It will be enough for this course. So no further ado, let us start blending everything. We'll start blending, they will blend, and then we'll dry it down, and then our tomato paste will be ready. Let's go to the burner because I want to fry chicken. One thing that I take into cognizance is the fact that you need to build flavors as much as possible, and you can get flavors from everywhere. One thing that I don't joke with is flavoring my oil, and the fantastic way of doing that is frying your protein in the oil. So I'm going to fry my chicken in oil, and then I'm going to reduce the oil to cook the jollof rice. So here I have 5 liters of vegetable oil, and I'm going to pour everything inside. Is this same oil that we'll use in cooking all our meals today. So wait for a while to make sure that it gets hot. Then I'll cut some onions that, you know, the skin is on the body, and I'll put it inside and wait for the flavors to enter inside before we start frying our chicken. Now, it is important to know that when you are cooking for people, you need to cook your chicken and then fry it. We are using drumsticks here. So we didn't cook it for long. We just boiled it for it to release its stock, and then we are going to fry it and use the stock to cook the rice. So this is 60 pieces of chicken, which is, and this drumstick, in a kilo you get a minimum of, let's say, 7 pieces of chicken drumsticks. So give or take, this is almost like, let's say 8 kilos of chicken drumsticks here. So wait for this to get hot before we now start putting our chicken inside. Are we good? Okay, we finished frying our chicken and our tomato. We've boiled it down, so we are going to start. Here I have 2 big onions that I sliced. We are going to pour it inside. When you are cooking jollof rice, you need a lot of patience. So we are going to fry these onions till it's looking like it's about to burn, but it has not burnt. We want it to release its sweetness as much as possible. To that, we are going to be adding bay leaves. I added bay leaf so that it can release its flavor too as well. And we are going to be patient with this and fry this very well. This will take anywhere around 2 minutes. You see how it's looking crispy already. The smell of the chicken and everything is just fantastic. So we are going to add half a cup. I'm using curry masala here. It has curry, thyme and other flavors inside. Okay, so now that it has gotten to this stage where it's looking like it's about to burn, but it's not burn, see how it looks kind of crispy. We are going to add in our tomato paste. You are going to fry this until the pepper no longer looks red. It starts to look almost orange and it starts to stay grainy like this. You see how it's staying grainy? Staying grainy like this. So this took me almost like roughly 45 minutes to cook, and I was tasting it to be sure that I'm not getting the raw tomato paste taste. It roughly took me 5 minutes to get to this point, and it looks grainy. So it's at this junction I'm going to pour my tomato mix. This is roughly 3 liters of tomato paste, right? So imagine your ever water, 2 of it, thick tomato paste. This is it. So I'm going to put it inside now. We're going to allow this to cook for 5 to 10 minutes, and then we'll be stirring it gradually so that they won't be burning. The reason why we boil the tomato down is so as to reduce the cooking process. And so on medium heat, we are going to cook this for roughly 10 minutes because we've already cooked it down. So the cooking process has been reduced. Just look at this beauty. Look at, once you see the oil coming up like this, you know that you are doing a fantastic job. Just look at that. Yes, I forgot to mention, I added enough ginger into this, ginger and garlic. Be generous with ginger. For me, my jollof rice is fantastic because of the amount of ginger I add. Ginger for me is one of the primary ingredients in my jollof rice. So when I'm making it, I always blend it in my tomato mix, okay? So let's allow this to cook for 10 to 15 minutes and then we will now do the rest. Right now, our tomato base is ready. It's looking well fried and delicious. So right now it's time for us to put our rice. So what I do is that for every cup of rice, I use 2 cups of water, right? And right now we are doing basically 2 paints of rice. So for every 2 paints of rice, I'm going to put 4 paints of water. You understand the analytics now? So let me measure my water and pour inside. And this is the rule for rice. Before you put your rice, you need to make sure that the water is boiling before you pour your rice. Don't put your rice first. Let the water boil first before you put the rice so that it will start cooking immediately. Okay, let me get water. And the water includes stock and water combined. Okay, let's go. So I'm putting in seasoning, half cup at a time, because the stock already has the seasoning. Put 1.5 cup already. So Our water is boiling. And this is the best time for us to pour our rice. Pour in our rice now. Thank you. Not parboiled. Ooh. Thank you. So, this is the rice. Let me tell you the rules when you want to cook this rice. First of all, you need to make sure that steam is not escaping when you are cooking rice like this. That's one. Number two, for every few minutes, let us say 10 to 20 minutes, you don't just leave your rice like that. You lift and turn. You lift and turn. You keep doing that every 10 to 20 minutes, okay? So now that we've turned this, we are going to look for, normally I don't use foil paper, but because the rice is not to the brim, I can use the foil paper because it's just to trap the heat. So I'll put foil paper and then I'll cover it so that the heat will be trapped inside. Then every 10 to 20 minutes, I'm lifting and I'm turning. I'm lifting and I'm turning. I'm cooking this on medium heat. Our rice is ready. For it to have that smoky effect, you need to burn it. Let me taste it. Now, for you to have that smoky effect, you will have to burn it. Let me show you how you burn it. You create different holes here and here. If you have margarine, you can put it inside here. You can put it inside these holes. Then you cover. When you cover it thoroughly, you cover it very well. Then increase the heat to high. So I'm increasing the heat now. And then we'll allow it to smoke for 5 minutes. For this quantity, we can do as much as 10, but let me do 5 minutes. Yeah, we'll allow this thing to smoke on very high heat for 5 minutes. Hey Siri, set a timer for 5 minutes. We smoked for 5 minutes. I turned off the heat so that the smoke will now register, rest in it. So right now, I'm about to open the pot. It's now, look at, this smoke is escaping. It's escaping. See, even the oil from the rice is even coming out. So this is your smoky jollof. You can add this thing, what's this thing called? Margarine. Your margarine to it so that it gives you that smoky flavor. And then smoke for 10 minutes. Turn off the fire, allow it to rest for 10 minutes. And then you have the smoky rice. But me, I did 5 minutes, right? There's no time. I want to quickly give the children food to eat. So let's go and dish this food right now.